Come on, load. Load. Load! Oh no. Load? Load? Please load. So if you look around the world, it's clear to see that a lot of people don't have the best emotional maturity, emotional control. We're unconsciously reacting to everything. We get angry, for seemingly little things. We get upset, we get, whatever it is. Because we don't have much emotional control, because we've never been taught how to control our emotions, how to master our emotions, but they are 100% masterable, if that's even a word. So in this video, I want to go over how you can start to control your emotions, how you can start to master them with a very, very, very simple process that we probably should have learned in school, but we didn't, so we're learning it now. That's coming up next. Hi guys, my name is Dave and this is HeartSpace if you're new to the channel. And on this channel, we are creating videos every single day to help you live life more in your way. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you don't miss any of the content that we release. Now, like I said, I want to teach you how to control your emotions, because how many times have you been in traffic and someone cut you off and it's ruined your day? Or how many times has, someone done something that you considered, rude or disrespectful, and again, you've taken that into the rest of your day, and maybe you were having a good day and now you're not because of this little thing, because you didn't know how to react or how to allow the emotion to release when that thing happened. And that's just the story of life, guys. You're not always going to have this perfect ideal day. In fact, you're almost never, where things go according to your emotional plan. But by learning this technique, this super simple technique I'm going to give you, which I learned from one of my mentors, someone who has incredible emotional control, you are going to be able to navigate even the little bumpy patches in life when someone is rude to you, when something doesn't go according to plan, when life just throws a monkey wrench in in what you're doing. You're going to be able to use this very simple, very quick, by the way, process in order to keep yourself on track, not get so wound up that it ruins your day, and to just stay in your heart more. So let's go. So this is a 4-step process, and number 1 is to become alert, to get present, to get into the moment, because usually what happens when we react from emotion is we're doing it unconsciously. Like the person cuts us off in traffic, our unconscious reaction is to go like, F you, buddy, or whatever it is, or go, get really angry, like, why did he do that? Is he an idiot? Blah, blah, blah. And I know I fell into this. I used to do this all the time. Like, oh, this blah, blah, blah. I still do it sometimes. I still need to be a little better with this. But you need to, in that moment, wake up. Get present, understand that you are about to be unconscious, and bring yourself more into being conscious. Because when you actually bring more awareness into the moment, you take yourself out of that unconscious state into a present, alert, wakefulness state, then you can choose your reaction. And so the very first simple step is just become alert. Become alert, like someone cuts you off, you're like, oh, hold on. Get present, because you're in autopilot mode at that point. You're about to react from autopilot mode, and most of us don't want to live our lives in autopilot, I would assume. I'm assuming that's why you're here. And so the first thing, just get alert, get present, and then we move on to number 2. So number 2 is very simple. It's the what and the where. Because you're having an emotional reaction right now. So let's say someone cuts you off in traffic, someone's being, whatever, like you're at home and you get an email from someone that you don't like, a business deal falls through, one of your kids, if you have kids, is acting in a certain way you don't like, whatever it is. So now you've gotten present, you've gone like, whoa, hold on. I want to choose my reaction here. I don't want to just let these unconscious patterns rule my life. So instead of screaming, instead of getting angry, instead of holding it in, let's get present, and then you're going to determine what and where. So the what is this I'm actually feeling? Because a lot of times you'll realize that there are many different feelings you're having, but there's usually one core feeling, right? You might be a little frustrated, a little angry, but why is that? What is it about the situation that's causing this to happen, right? Is it because you don't feel in control? Oh, that's a little different than I'm just angry, I'm just mad. I don't feel in control. Okay, or is it maybe I don't feel enough? When someone is rude to me, it brings up these feelings of rejection. It brings up these feelings of inadequacy. And so I feel unloved. I feel unworthy. And at the core, that's what I'm truly feeling. So you're going to identify at the core, what is it you're truly feeling? Because yeah, you might be feeling angry, but the anger is just a byproduct and a response to some underlying thing you're feeling. Whether it's worthiness, a lack of love, a lack of control, whatever it is. So you're going to determine what that is. What is this really? And then you're going to determine where. Because remember, emotion is energy in motion. It is still energy. And so when you feel something, you will literally be feeling it in a part of your body. For example, when I get angry, I will typically feel it in my head. Some people feel it in their stomach. When they feel fear, when they feel sadness, they feel a pit in their stomach. Now, this is like something, that people don't always think about. They're like, oh, I just feel, it's just a saying, I feel a pit in my stomach. But as me and you both know, no, it's not a saying. You actually feel a pit in your stomach. You actually feel like, your head is going to explode. You actually feel like just your shoulders are clenching up. Right? So identify where the emotion actually is, because again, energy is a very real thing, guys. And when you're feeling an emotion, it's energy in your body. It is energy moving in your body, energy in motion, emotion, right? And so you're gonna feel where it is. So you're gonna say, what? Okay, it's because I'm actually not feeling worthy right now, because I got rejected by that person, because they were rude to me and I considered that a rejection, like I'm unloved and I'm not worthy of this person to give me the respect that I think I deserve, or maybe I don't think I deserve. But I'm going to identify that. And then where's the emotion? Oh, it's in my stomach, 100%. Like I'm just, ooh, I feel it in my stomach right now. And so that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get present, what and where, and then number 3. Okay, so this third step is a huge step, because this is where a lot of people get tripped up, right? I am angry, I am frustrated, I am not worthy. So you are now going to disidentify with whatever it is you're feeling. You're going to separate yourself from the feeling, because a lot of us think, I am angry. Like, what are you truly saying? I am anger. I'm just an angry person. No, you're not anger. That's not what you are. It's just an emotion. It's just energy in motion somewhere in your body. That can't be you. That's just something you're attaching yourself to, absolutely, but it's not you. And so you need to start saying things in a different way. Words are powerful. And so instead of saying, I am anger, you can go that I am a person who is experiencing anger. Can you see how that's two totally different things, right? I am anger means you are identifying as the actual emotion of anger. I am just anger. And when you identify with anger, you have to act in an angry way, because that's what you are. I'm just anger. I am just depression, maybe. I am just sadness. I am unworthiness. You're now identifying, and that's very powerful. Choosing your identity in one of these emotions is very powerful, but it's a choice to understand that, no, I am not anger. I am simply a divine being that is experiencing anger. And there's nothing wrong with that. Anger is a pure, natural emotion. There's a reason we feel that way. Nothing wrong with feeling anger. But when you start to attach yourself by identifying to the anger, that's where the problems persist. Because you just then see yourself as angry, and then you act out angrily, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You keep doing it because I'm just an angry person. I am anger. But if you just go, I'm not an angry person. I am a person. I am a divine being. I'm a whatever you want to call it, that is experiencing in this moment anger. And I can't be anger because there are other moments where I'm not experiencing anger. So how could I be anger? How could I be worthlessness? How could I be misery when there are moments I feel happy? There are moments I feel worthy. So I obviously can't be anger, or else in these moments I would also be anger. But no, I am just a person in this moment right now experiencing anger. So you're disassociating yourself. So that is step number 3. Number 4 is where you bring it all together, or actually you allow all of it to leave, is you observe the emotions. So you have the what and where, you've disidentified. So when you disidentify with it, when you're not identifying with it, you're suddenly not attached to it. You're suddenly able to observe it. So, oh, pit in my stomach, here's where I am. I'm anger. Wait a second. No, I'm not the anger. Here I am. Here's the emotion. Oh, look at that. Now you're suddenly looking down at the emotion. You're suddenly seeing that it's not you. And there it is. That's interesting. Okay. Now what do I do? Now I've separated myself. What do I do? Well, if you resist it, guess what? You're going to attach yourself right back to it. You're like, oh, here's the anger. Here's me. I want to get rid of it. Gonna get rid of you. But by doing that, you're attaching yourself to it, right? Like in order to get rid of it, I have to grab it. I have to hold on to it. And now suddenly I'm seeing myself as anger again. Now suddenly I'm back in the whole cycle. But if I just allow it, if I just observe and allow, I don't resist it. I don't tell it what it needs to do, what it needs to be. Because again, it's just a natural emotion. I'm not trying to control it, essentially. You are surrendering. You are not resisting. It is the resistance that will allow it to persist. What you resist persists. And that's especially true for emotions. And what my mentor said, and it's so true, I've been doing this so often now, is what my mentor said is, if you really, really do this process, an emotion will usually leave in around 60 seconds. You said it could be anywhere, it could be a few seconds, it could be maybe sometimes up to 90, but usually it's 60 seconds. If you just do everything I've given you, and then you get to this last step and you just observe and allow, you will find that the emotion will travel somewhere and then leave. It'll leave from your stomach and it will come up and it will leave, or it'll go down and it will leave, or it'll go out somewhere else. Because again, it's energy in motion. But when you grab it, when you identify, when you resist, this energy in motion suddenly becomes very stagnant in the area that wherever you're feeling it. So you're feeling it like, oh no, but if you just allow it, it's energy in motion. It's trying to be in motion. It's trying to leave. It has a cycle. But every time you resist it, you restart the cycle. Isn't it crazy how it seems like some people have been in perpetual anger for years? It's because every time they have an opportunity to release it, they grab onto it again. They identify with it. Identifying is the best way you can grab onto it. But the crazy thing is, if that person just did this simple thing within a minute or two, that emotion that has been recycled over and over again for years would be gone. It would be gone. And so by doing this, you start to gain mastery over your emotions. You start to realize that the emotions are separate. They are just experiences that you're having for whatever reason. And that's something we could talk about later, but they are just experiences. They aren't you. You are a divine being. You are the person experiencing anger. But that makes you separate. They're not one and the same. It's not you are anger. It's you are experiencing anger. Here's anger. Here's you. You are experiencing the emotion of anger. And you can allow that to leave if that's not what you want to feel. Maybe sometimes it's good to be angry. Like maybe you want to be in that emotion. Like you're feeling a little lethargic, a little apathetic. You're feeling like, you're just being lazy, and you want to use anger to fuel some productivity. And then maybe you can transmutate it into something else later, excitement. But but now it's a choice, you see. Now instead of being this victim to anger or being this almost prisoner to your anger, you are using it strategically. You're allowing yourself to choose it. And having that choice, which you've always had, by the way, it's not that you're now just getting the choice. You're now learning how to have the choice, how to actually choose. But it's always been a choice. So guys, give this a go. Try it out. It really does work. And again, a minute or two later, 3 minutes maybe, you will experience this emotion leaving, whatever it is you're feeling. And you can, of course, get better at this too, time and time again, because you'll learn to get present quicker. You'll learn to identify what it is, where it is, much quicker. You'll learn to just immediately disassociate from it and understand it's not you, and then observe and allow it. And you just do this process every time you're experiencing an emotion that you really don't want to identify with. You have a depression and you're like, I don't want to, it's not what I want to be. I don't want to be in this depressing state. So you get in the moment. What and where? Okay, it's depression. Why am I feeling depressed? I'm feeling lonely because I feel like I'm not worthy. Great. Where is it? It's in my chest. It's in my shoulders. It's in my head. Where's the actual emotion? Great. Disidentify and then observe it. Observe it as it goes and it leaves. Don't try and do anything. Don't push it. Don't hold it. Just observe it. Allow it to naturally go its course. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll use this. As always, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.